Miranda Kahn, John Bogman, J.D. Hayworth with you on America's Forum. We have been talking really all this week, but especially this morning, about the continuing problem of illegal immigration. And what happens is not only a public policy question, but again, a question of public health.
Right. JD, agents are worried about viral outbreaks, and they're seeing illegal immigrants come with other contagious infections like scabies, measles, you name it. Now, they do have some of these kids quarantined from the sick from the healthy, but we're talking about just tape.
And as we see these pictures, it's worth noting the news made today is the fact that the Center for Disease Control has now activated its EOC, its Emergency Operations Center. So when you hear the word emergency, you put that together, it is a public health crisis, John Bogman.
It absolutely is a public health crisis. And again, you look at these conditions, and not all these folks in these pictures, of course, have these specific illnesses we talked about, but you see them interacting directly there with the Border Patrol agent. And then last night in Marietta, California, we heard about this council meeting they had. It was a very heated meeting. There was a representative from Border Patrol there trying to address the crowd, saying that we are assessing these folks as they come in. We're trying to get them treated, maybe get them the triage treatment they need, some of these vaccinations, et cetera. But that was greeted with a boo from the crowd.
Yeah, you had about 750 people attending that meeting, and that's because a lot of these doctors and nurses were told, according to some sources, were told that they would be arrested if they disclosed any of these health concerns, and some of them have decided just to quit and let people know, because they believe it's a medical emergency, that people have the right to know that these kids, even though they're saying have been checked and given the clear, that they're really not healthy. That some of these kids have chicken pox, measles, you name it.
We are seeing a promotional video from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention of their Emergency Operations Center. But as we're talking about all these different needs here, and people often ask about, well, you can't turn away children, or what's the real problem? These people are, quote, just coming to improve their own lives. Whenever I hear the comparison made historically with Ellis Island, the gateway from Europe, or its Pacific counterpart, understand that lawful immigration included a health care check. Our immigration officials in earlier centuries in our history were very stringent about letting people into the country, and they stopped people from coming in, and somehow that is left out of the story.
I mean, you could go back, and I don't have it here in front of me, but we'll try to get it, is the copy, the verbiage from the bill that Teddy Roosevelt put forth, trying to prevent some of the same, not the same types of injuries, but the illnesses from that period from getting into the United States. And you mentioned Ellis Island, JD. This is starting to kind of look like a 21st century Ellis Island, where these folks are coming here and they're being processed in some way, shape, or form, but it's just not, in a legal way. It's happening, whether it's legal or not. It is happening every day, more and more.
Right, and you have what, 140 kids that are coming across the Mexico-Texas border within 72 hours. They don't even have time to enforce the borders because they're too busy trying to process the people that are already there.
Well, this comes down to enforcement, and in the words of several ICE agents, Border Patrol agents, the Border Patrol, 70% of the Border Patrol is caught up in babysitting, is caught up in taking care of the people in the detention centers rather than enforcing our border laws. Let me just take polite exception to what you said, John, about this resembling a 21st century Ellis Island. With all due respect, it doesn't resemble Ellis Island. This is 21st century anarchy, when the government is not in a situation where you have a lawful, orderly influx of people. See, that's it. Immigration is a legal act. It's almost a malaprop to use the term illegal immigration, and yet that's become our shorthand for what is an inherently unlawful act.
But I think at the end of the day, though, when you look at a lot of the kids here in this, they don't question whether or not this is legal or not legal, and their parents who claim to be seeking asylum do not question the legality of their arrival in this state. They are, again, I mentioned this before, you take it back to the basic instinct of flight or fight, and they choose to flee their home country instead of staying there and fighting for the basic human rights they believe they deserve.
Well,
but there are some arguments about that. There are people saying that these kids are actually scripted to say that.
And I'm sure that goes on in some cases.
We've been hearing
but we
a lot
can't sit here and generalize at every kid.
Right, exactly.
And what needs to be done is going through these kids and seeing what is the legitimacy of them coming here in the first place.
And let me also caution people, as we're looking at what we call file footage from AP video, let's point out that as we're seeing this stock footage of examinations, chances are the pictures are not from the influx of illegals. Here's something else that is left out of this debate. Our good friend Howie Carr has raised it. Others have raised it. When you take a dispassionate look at this and really assess who is coming across the border, these, quote, children, about 80% are males between the ages of 14 and 18, many of them prompted to come not by the promise of a better life in terms of lawful employment, but it is concerning that they have connections to gangs and other criminal endeavors, and this is something we have to keep in mind. You are not hearing that from the dominant media culture. You are not hearing it from the alphabet networks. Yesterday, Matt Lauer on NBC compared the illegals aboard that bus in Murrieta, California, compared them to the Freedom Riders in Mississippi. That's a total confusion and conflation of American history. It's real simple. What happened in the 1960s were lawful American citizens enfranchised by the 14th Amendment stepping up to claim what was rightfully theirs. What you have in this situation is non-citizens claiming the fruits of citizenship, ignoring our laws and expecting to be forgiven, i.e. amnesty.
Right, and who absorbs that cost, though?
The American
taxpayer. You saw how outraged people were at that
We're
meeting
already
that
absorbing
you
the
mentioned.
cost.
Right.
And the longer we go without a real sustainable solution to this, the more it's going to cost.
And that is why for family reunification in nations of origin and for dealing with the burgeoning problem of financially, you have to enforce the law. And the problem, and this is bipartisan, we've talked about it before, Republican administration since 1989, right up to the current Democratic administration, have not enforced border laws, thus the mess we have right now.
The onus is on Washington. We heard the mayor of Murrieta say that exact same thing. The federal government has got to step in and do something. This cannot continue.
And we want to hear your thoughts on that, so why don't you tweet us your comments at Newsmax TV, hashtag America's Forum. There's also email and Facebook. Our faces are coming right back.